Okay, in this first question, we're solving two inequalities graphically, two linear inequalities graphically. All right, so here's my equation number one, and here's my equation number two. With equation number one, we just have to get y by itself. So watch the step involved to do that. I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and I'm going to get the equation y is greater than or equal to a negative 3x plus 6. Now, knowing what I know about the line in this form, I know my slope is a negative 3, so negative 3 over 1, and I know my y-intercept is 6. I'm going to use those facts to help me graph this line. My second equation is y is less than 2x minus 7. It's in the form that I want, so my m is going to be a negative 2, a positive 2. So positive 2 over 1, and my b is going to be negative 7. All right, so we're ready to graph. I'm going to graph the first one using the slope, or the y-intercept of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's my first dot. I'm going to go plus 1 in the x and then minus 3 in the y. 1, 2, 3. Over 1, 1, 2, 3. And there's my points. I'm going to now line my points up with a ruler and look at my inequality. My inequality is greater than or equal to. That means we're going with a solid line. Solid line through, all the way through the plane, arrows on the end. Next step, remember, is the shade. Pick a point on one side of the line, 0, 0. That's this point here. And now plug it in. I get y plus 3x is greater than or equal to 6. So 0 plus 3 times 0 is 0 is greater than or equal to 6. Is 0 greater than or equal to 6? And the answer is no, it's not. That's false. So I shade on the other side of that, which is here. I'm going to label the line. Y plus 3x is greater than or equal to 6. All right, next graph I'm going to do in red. So here we go. My y-intercept is a negative 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's my point. I'm going to go over 1 and up 2. Over 1 and up 2. In the second equation, it's strictly less than, so I never say the word equal to, so it's a dashed line all the way through the plane. Arrows on the end. I'm now going to try to figure out where the shade is going to be for this one. Again, you can pick the point 0, 0. It's definitely on one side of the line. We are going to write the equation down. Y is less than 2x minus 7. Plug 0 in. 0 in. So is 0 less than a negative 7? And that's false. So I'm going to shade the side that 0, 0 doesn't come from, and that's going to be this side here. So my solution set is going to be right here, where the two solution sets meet. And I'm going to label this line, which is going to be the equation y is less than 2x minus 7. Okay, my next question is the one right next to it, which is question number 7. And question number 7, I'll start on a whole new graph. So here we go, last one. This is equation 1 and equation 2. I'm going to bring equation 1 over. We have 2x plus y is less than or equal to 6. I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. I get y is less than or equal to a negative 2x plus 6. So my m is a negative 2 over 1, and my y-intercept is going to be 6. Right? The other line I'll do in red. Equation number 2, I get x plus y minus 2 is greater than 0. All right, so I'm going to add 2. That gets me x plus y is greater than 2. I'm going to subtract x. Y is equal to negative x plus 2. My slope, negative 1 over 1, and my y-intercept is 2. All right, so I'm ready to go. First, I'm going to use the y-intercept of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's my point. change in x, change in y, so plus 1 in the x and then down 2 in the y, plus 1 in the x and down 2 in the y. So there's the points that are going to be on my line. I look at the inequality, it's less than or equal to, so it's going to be a solid line through your coordinate plane. Arrows on the end. And now I need to go through the shading process. So shade, 0, 0 is always a great point to pick. It's definitely on one side of the line. My original equation, 2x plus y is less than or equal to 6. 0 plus 0 is less than or equal to 6. Is 0 less than or equal to 6? And the answer is yes. So that's true. So I'm going to shade the half of the line that 0, 0 came from. That's this half here. I'm going to write my solution set. Y is, 2x plus y, always the original, less than or equal to 6. All right, and remember, all these lines are supposed to go right up to your graph line. The red. Now, my y-intercept is 2, 1, 2, and my slope is over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1, over 1, down 1. We can keep going so you can kind of see what's going on. You're dealing with something that is greater than 0, so it's strictly greater than. So if it is strictly greater than, we are going to go with a dashed line through the plane. Now I'm going to look at my shade. 0, 0 again is a good point. X plus y minus 2 is greater than 0. Is 0 plus 0 minus 2 greater than 0? Is negative 2 greater than 0? And the answer is false. No, it's not. So I'm going to shade this side. Looking only at the red line. Label x plus y minus 2 is greater than 0. And then label your solution set. That's going to be right in here. Yes. All right, so that's what that graph looks like. Those were the homework problems.